Welcome back to Centennial Sports Complex in Nashville, Tennessee for Game 3 of the MLK Showdown between the Cincinnati Cyclones Varsity and the Northbrook Spartans. Northbrook was the highest rated team coming into the tournament. Northbrook beat the Junior Stingrays by 3, and then the Cyclones beat the Junior Stingrays by 3. So this could be a very evenly matched game, or Northbrook could show up and look like they're rating. So who knows what we're going to get. I know Sabera will be the goalie for the Cyclones today. Line 1, Colin Steiger, Sweeney, and Coates with Reed Steiger and Prosser on defense. Prosser had a great game yesterday, the second game. Sweeney feeds Steiger, goes through the Coates, and then turned over. Brought back in by the Spartans. Sweeney tries to flick it to Coates, doesn't get it there. Coates turns it over on the boards. Spartans bring it back in. Reed Steiger takes him to the corner. Coates on the far boards, drops it back to Reed Steiger. Steiger taking off the puck. Colin deflects it across the ice. Prosser sends it up to Sweeney, and Sweeney dumps it in for a line change. Rosel's line on now. I think that hit the crossbar, came back out. Spartans dump it back in. McKinnish to play it. Tries to go up the boards to Crockett, but doesn't get there. He's still stuck in the corner. Throws it behind the net for Lang on the other side. Out front, saves Sabera. Crockett can't get it out. Stuck below the red line. McKinney sends it up the boards to the blue line. Shot wide by the Spartans. Into the far boards. And still in the zone. And there's a goal for the Spartans. Too much time in the O zone. 12:44 to go in the first period. Scores 1-0 Spartans. Galitsky's line out now. Schroeder up the boards. Spartans take over, bring it into the zone. Fox on the far boards. He gets hit from behind. Shot into the glove of Sabera. Luton's line on now. A wrap attempt is stuffed. Reed Steiger going to battle. Stripped by Buell and sent out of the zone. Lou picks it up, throws it off the boards into the zone. Yarko on the forecheck. Cross ice pass is deflected into the Cyclones' end. Reed Steiger will retrieve it as the Spartans go on a line change. Yarko up the near boards into the zone again. Dumped back in by the Spartans. And that's icy. Collin takes the face-off and the shot. Nice face-off win for Collin that first time. Coates behind the net for Collin. Collin puts it out front. And it's picked up by the Spartans. Cyclones are going to have to put bodies on these guys. They're fast. There's a good body by McInnish. Coates has Sweeney with him. Dumps it in. Sweeney on the forecheck. Sweeney with a nice pick and a clear to the neutral zone. Dump back in. Wide by the Spartans. Lang on the far boards. Sends it to the middle. McInnish tries to hit Crockett in the neutral zone. It's picked up by the Spartans. Nice play there by Crockett to break that up. And that is... They said that was in the goal. That must have went in and came back out. It was not in the goal when they blew the whistle, but it must have gone in and came back out. Nothing. Spartans with the lead. 9:55 to go in the first period, and the Spartans are looking like everything they were on paper. Martin in on forecheck. Schroeder to Toth. Picks it up, sends it over to Galitsky, but it doesn't get there. It's picked off by the Spartans, who bring it in, and a shot and a save for Sabera. Northbrook is a big team. They've got some bodies. Case in point, number 68 on the face-off here.
Go, boys, go.
Reed Steiger off a shin guard. Spartans send it back in. Reed picks it up behind the net. Deals it to Toth on the near boards. Squeaks through to the blue line. Shot back in by the Spartans. Toth fans on it, but he gets out of the zone anyway. Galitsky applying some pressure on the far board. Shot in again wide. Prosser will field it. Goes to Reed Steiger. Steiger's pass off a skate. Back into the zone it goes. Yarko sends it into the Spartan zone. Around the horn, Fox skating in. Yarko. Somebody got to put a body on those guys. They are fast. Luton throws it around for Yarko. Yarko gets it out of the zone. The Spartans take over there. Fox gets it out of the zone, heads to the bench. Got a quick line change here. Lou throws it out for Buell. Taken over again by the Spartans. Spartans getting to every loose puck first. Taken away by Reed Steiger. Steiger doubles back into the zone. Throws it to the neutral zone for Buell. Buell to Lou. Lou brings it in off the boards. And then heads to the bench. Out front. Oh. There's nobody directly out in front of the net. McInnish off of Buell to Colin Steiger, who tries to make a move around the defender. Gives it up, but gets it back and throws it in on goal. Cyclones desperately trying to keep it in the zone. Get an opportunity here. There it is. Nice pass by Colin Steiger. Sweeney had a very small window to work with. Lang throws it back in, and they reset. Steiger to Sweeney. Sweeney dumps it in. He's got Coates down there. Nice hit there by Rosell. Spang fails to clear it out of the zone. Shot behind the net. Coates on the far boards. Flicks it out of the zone for Sweeney. Sweeney heading to the bench. Cyclones look like they're getting run to death out there. The Spartans team has a lot of energy and a lot of speed. Crockett skates up the near boards. Dumped in deep by the Spartans. Schroeder off to Crockett. Crockett gives it up the blue line. Sent across. Shot, save to the near corner. Spartans send it to the blue line. Go D to D. Shot, that's deflected and covered by Sabera. Fox comes away from the face-off, dumps it in deep. He's going to chase it in, try to get there first. He does get there first. Oh, Reed Steiger sends it back in. They got to regroup. Fox on the regroup, going back in. Glitsky. And they send it all the way down. Reed Steiger out of the far corner. Saves Sabera, rebound, and he covers it. 3:49 to go, first period. 2-goal lead for the Spartans. Dump it around. It's going to make it out of the zone. Sent back in by the Spartans. Crosser in the near corner, sends it across for Reed. Reed looking for somebody to pass it to. It goes all the way through for icing. Luton on the faceoff in the Cyclones' end. Cleared by McInnish to the neutral zone. Good work there by Yarko. Nice hit by Yarko. That kid called Beckett Yarko by name after the hit by first name. They must know each other. Dumped in by Buell.
34-90, you're up.
Sent cross ice into the zone off the Spartan stick. McKinnish sends it back to boards for Yarko. Yarko. They don't get it. Yeah, they do get out of the zone. Now there's some bodies, but that's a trip. That's probably going to go on Lou, I believe. And here he comes to the box for tripping. .22 on the clock in the first period. 2-0. Spartans lead the Cyclones. And now Spartans are on the power play. And they throw it out of the zone.
Hey, 80-20, you're going here. 80-20, next on kill.
Shot safe, Sabera. 57 seconds left on the Spartans power play. Another save for Sabera. Loose puck covered. Nice cover there by Sabera in traffic. Rosell will take the face off. 42 seconds left on the kill for the Cyclones. Penalty kill line 2 on right now. Centered, poked away. Fox pokes it out of the zone, and now he's chasing it. Fox applying the pressure, keeping the puck below the red line. That's what he does on the penalty kill. And they get it out. Back into the zone with 16 to go on the power play. Nobody out front for him. Poked away by McKinnish. Nice poke there. And we're back to even strength. Successful penalty kill for the Cyclones. Loose puck in front of the net, and it's cleared by Rosell, but just to the neutral zone. 39 seconds on the clock. And Cyclones, they need a body. They need to put a body on. There we go. Nice play there by Rosell. And another save for Sabera. Or did that go? That was a goal for the Spartans, so it is 3-0. 30 seconds to go in the first period, and a 3-0 lead for Northbrook Spartans. Fox picks it up on the far boards, gets it taken away, picked up by Toth. Toth sends it in deep. That's what they need to do. Nice D there by Fox. Bang, sends it back up the near boards and back into the zone. And that's the end of the period with the score 3-0, and the shots right now are 12-1 in favor of the Spartans. Period is underway. Spartans send it in off the stick of Reed Steiger. Goes back to get it.
Hey, why's the clock not running? Hey, clock.
Shot is deflected to the near corner. Reed Steiger picks it up, goes up the boards to Coates. Reed Collin takes it away and throws it in deep. And icing is the call. 14:41 to go in the second period. 3-0 score. Spartans all the way so far in this game. Cyclones have had very few offensive chances. That one's deflected up into the out of play netting. Rosel's line out now. Missing off in the Cyclones end. Dumped in by the Spartans. Lang will play it out. Goes up the boards to Martin. Martin tried to get it to Rosell, but the Spartans knocked it deep again. McKinnish going to work back there below the red line. Shot into the glove of Sabera. Olinsky's line back out again now. 13:58 on the clock in the second period. Still 3-0 Spartans. Shot deflected. And constant offensive pressure coming from Northbrook. Shot, blocker save, onto the stick of Scott Toth. Looking for Fox, he throws it in. That's going to be icing. Luton's line out now, facing off in the Cyclones end, where we have spent too much of this game. Shot, bounces past the net. On the near boards, Buell. Cyclones not making good passes and not catching passes today. They are not looking good. Rosser keeps it out of the zone, and Yarko gets it into the Spartans' end. Luton throws it back in. Need pressure coming from the other side. Yarko. That's going to be icing. 12:17 on the clock. Shots are 14-1 in favor of the Spartans. The score is 3-0 in favor of the Spartans. Cyclones got outshot in the game yesterday. There's another goal for the Spartans. I was going to say the second game yesterday, the Cyclones were outshot by the Stingrays, but still came away with a win. Preston Martin stood on his head in that game to keep them in it. 11:52 to go in the second period. It is 4-0 Spartans. Sent in by Reed Steiger, who is run into by Coates. They have a big collision there. Coates to Steiger. Collins got a chance. Oh. Sends it back out front for Coates. Coates out front. Oh, his pass is blocked. Good job by the Spartans there, keeping that out of the front. That's the best opportunity Cyclones have had all day. 11:19 in the second. Colin Steiger moves it forward. Kept in at the point by Spang. Bounces behind the net. Coates goes back to get it. Reed Steiger put a big hit on somebody down there. Off the stick of Coates into the zone. Sweeney down there going to work, and Spang. Nice work by Spang, trying to stay with that play. Sweeney looking for Colin, he gets him. He's got Coates with him. He goes down, just lost an edge there. And the Spartans bring it back in.
So Logan, you got 3.
That's going to be icing. 9:55 to go, second period, 4-0 the score. Spartans still with the lead. Rosser connects with Coates or Crockett, and he gives it up. They have got to catch the pass and remain moving forward. Rosser to Crockett again, into the zone. Rossell goes to work in the corner. Every matchup is a Cyclone that's about 2/3 of the size of the Spartan they're trying to work against. Shot's in the glove of the Spartans keeper. They send it out. Fox down there on the forecheck, trying to apply some pressure. Choth, nice back check. Lang behind the net. The Spartan player goes down, and Rossell gets it out to the blue line and into the neutral zone. Here comes Toth. Takes a shot well over the net. Galitsky collects it on the near boards. He is hammered. Back to the other side. Reed Steiger stepping up. Fox can't keep it in. And another save for Zabero. 8:03 to go, second period. Still 4-0. Shots are now 16-2 in favor of the Spartans. Fox on the near boards. Tries to get it to Galitsky, gets it back. Sends it ahead for Toth. Off a skate. And another save for Sabera. 7:45 to go. 4-0 Spartans in the second period. Dumped in by the Spartans. And look at the guy, Spang is a big hitter. Look at the guy he was going against down there. 68 is enormous. To say that the Cyclones are outsized in this game is an understatement. 7:19 to go in the second. Rosser up the boards, gets out of the zone. That's going to go all the way down for icing, I believe, unless somebody touched it. No, that's icing. Shot wide by the Stingrays. They have it on the near boards. Send in. Behind the net. Spang going to work behind the net. Shot, and that's in the goal. Man. 6:29 to go in the second. Score is now 5-0 Northbrook Spartans. There's a nice hit by Martin. Reed Steiger driven down on the boards. He's still trying to glove it behind the net to get it out front, and we got a whistle. Crockett? Yeah, that's got to be a Spartan player. Yeah, Spartan player going to the box. 47. I don't know what he looks like. He's just, referee said he shoved him. I don't know what that was all about. All right. 5:46 to go. Chopped out of the air by Colin Steiger, but there's a good save for Sabera. And that went in again. Wow. Northbrook scoring from all angles today. That is a shorthanded goal for Northbrook. It is 6-0, and there's still 1:17 to go on the Cyclones power play. They have 2 shots on goal so far with 5:26 to go in the second period. Offense has not been easy. Prosser. Up towards the Coates. Back to Prosser. He gets it into the zone. Goes D to D. Has Colin down deep. Colin looking for somebody out front. Ooh. Kicked out of the zone by a Spartan player. And that's a killer save for Sabera right there. That is a good effort. .434 to go. 18 seconds left on the. We're waiting for another player. Lang there. I was going to say we're on the power play, but it was 4-on-4 out there. Lang is now out there, so 18 seconds to go on the power play. Lang takes it away for a second, and the Spartans get it right back. We're back to even strength with 4:13 on the clock. Fox is going to bring it in offsides. 4:08 to go. Galiski on the face-off. Neutral zone. Can't get it into the zone, but Lang steps up and throws it in. Fox tries to throw a hit, ends up into the boards, but he's already back out, skating after him. Shot save, Sabera. 3:44 to go, second period, 6-0 the score. Spartans. Showing why they had a 91 rating coming into this tournament. Sabera. The shot is blocked by Sweeney. Off the mask of Sabera and cleared out by Prosser. Spartans take over again. Bang, pokes it away and sent to the neutral zone by Colin Steiger. Dumped back in by the Spartans and Prosser. Sweeps it into the far corner. Puts a nice hit on the man. That's what we need. There it is. That's.
He's still fucking going at him.
I don't know. Number 3 referee stood over him for a good long time after that hit. And he's coming to the box. Coach John Steiger down there asking the referee why that's only a minor penalty when he stood over him for a good 10 seconds afterwards. That's hard to argue with, but the referee is not having it. Reed sends it in. Spang. The far boards Coates. Picked up by the Spartans. Sent cross ice into the zone. And Colin Steiger does everything he can to prevent that shot from happening. That's a good hustle by Colin Steiger. Another nice lift there by Steiger. Nice hit there by Colin Steiger. I think that's the first time I've seen a Cyclone player take a Spartan to the ground, and there's 1:30 to go in the second period. Stick tied up down there. Here comes Coates, skating into the zone. Goes deep to the corner and around the back of the net to the blue line for Reed. Reed back to Coates. Coates across to Colin. Somebody's got to take the shot. Under a minute to go in the second period. And that one's bouncing into the neutral zone. Here comes Reed Steiger. He's got caught on the line change here. They got to take advantage of this. Shot by Spang. Tied up in the far corner. Man, Cyclones really needed to take advantage of that. They had odd numbers because of a line change. They only got one shot off. 28 seconds to go. And Coates skates it in. He's got Charlie coming to the net, and he is picked. Ten seconds on the clock. Colin with the body. Thrown in by Rosell, and that'll end the period. And the score is 6-0 after 2. Chopped into the zone by the Spartans as we start the third period. Oh man, that almost went. Spartans playing with a lot of authority right now and a lot of confidence, just throwing everything at the net from all kinds of different angles. And the Cyclones just struggling to keep up. Colin Steiger facing off at the Cyclones end. Picked up by the Spartans. Oh, Sweeney picked him clean, and Colin Steiger skates it in. He's got Coates with him. Coates flicks it back to the middle, and the Spartans take over. Nice play there by Coates from behind to disrupt that shot, and Severa makes the save. Steiger sends it to his brother. Colin throws it in on net. Sweeney gets there first, drops it back, and there's nobody on the boards. Right down the middle they go. Reed Steiger with a little poke in there. Lang getting into it in the corner. Lang is the only one that even slightly compares to this team in size. Reed up to Coates on the far boards. Contested immediately by the Spartans, but pulled out and thrown into the zone by Reed Steiger. Charlie's line on now. 12:32 to go in the game. 6-0. Spartans. They bring it in. Shoot it deep. Coates back there. He skates it out. Sends it up to Sweeney. Sweeney cuts left. Shot. Bounces out of the glove. Somebody had been going hard to the net there. That bounce would have been pretty beneficial, but nobody was going hard to the net. McKinnish shielding the puck, drops it off for Prosser. Prosser gives it up. Spartans bring it in, and nice play there by McKinnish to stop that shot. Deflected out of the middle by Rossell. There's a nice play by Sabera, keeping that from coming out front. And there's another goal for the Spartans, who looked like they were on the power play there, but they weren't. And the clock is now running at 11:04, and the score is 7-0. Toth the Fox into the zone. And coming back the other way, Reed Steiger. Nice break up there by Spang on the centering pass. Reed throws it up the boards. Dumped in by the Spartans. Reed Steiger again. Luton picks it up in the far corner, throws up the boards to Fox. Fox has got Scott skating. Tries to push it to him and does not, just pushes it right into the skates of the defender, and it's thrown back in. He's got to get rid of the puck faster. Steiger goes down. Gets back to his feet, and Spang throws it down. That's going to be icing. And they get a line change. Luton taking the face-off in the Cyclones' end. Shot, save Sabera. Far corner, Buell up to Luton. Luton on the far boards. He's got somebody with him. He gets it poked away. Yarko down there. Yarko gets destroyed. Picks it off the board though and gets a shot off. Nice job by Yarko getting back up, getting right back in that play. 8:30 on the running clock. Prosser went down hard there, but he looks like he's okay. Nice pass there by Colin Steiger out to Sweeney. Sweeney brings it in. Colin's coming. He tried to get it across to him, but once again, Spartans are just too fast. They step in and block the pass. Nice play by Sweeney from behind there. Picked up again by Colin Steiger. Up to Sweeney. Sweeney pulls up, tries to keep it in the zone. He does. Throws it to the other side. Not much he could do there. He was outnumbered very quickly. Steiger, this pass off the boards into the neutral zone. picked up by the Spartans. Rocket onto the ice. Coates deals it back to Reed Steiger. Reed Steiger back up to Coates. Coates, Crockett, and Colin Steiger enter the zone. Coates on the far corner. Throws it back to Colin. Colin throws it behind the net. Rosell onto the ice. Thrown back in by Reed Steiger on goal. Martin onto the ice. And that's icing for the Spartans. Rosell taking the face off in the Spartans' end. Drops it back. And it's picked up by the Spartans. And they have a 2-on-1. Lang. And they shut it down and the net is off. 5:56 on the running clock. 7-0 Spartans. 27 shots on goal for the Spartans, 7 for the Cyclones. Save Sabera. Spang ahead for Martin, and on the far boards, Charlie sends it back. Spang back up the boards to Martin again. Taken away by the Spartans. Double back to the corner. To the blue line. They shoot it well wide of the net. Rosell comes in with the bump. Tries to clear it. He does not get out of the zone. Shot back in. And Spang picks it up. Throws it down the ice for a line change. That's going to be icing with 4:54 to go in the game. 4:35 running clock. Politsky takes the face off. This guy, 68 is so big. He had 2 Cyclones hitting him, one on each side, and they barely moved him. Toth ahead to Fox. Oh. They regroup, got it back in, and Toth doing some battle but can't get away with it. And they throw it back in. Covered by Sabera. 3:17 in the game, running clock. 7-0 Spartans. Luton takes it away, throws it back around to Yarko. Thrown back in by the Spartans. That's out front. Cleared by Spang, but only to the blue line. It's coming right back. There's a shot and another save for Sabera. 2:31 to go in the game on running clock. Cyclones outshot 30-7 so far in this game with 2:22 to go. Hit by Lou. That's good work by Lou over there. Cyclones are not giving up. They are severely outgunned and outsized, and they're still playing. It's a nice poke out of the zone by Buell. And here they come again. 1:25 to go on the running clock. Buell with the hit. Spang throws it down. Picked up by Sweeney. He's into the zone. Colin Steiger throws it in. Coach, centering pass. That was a good opportunity too. That was probably the second best opportunity the Cyclones have had all day. Wasn't even a great opportunity, but they're just have not had many opportunities at all in this game. 30 seconds to go. And Lang takes down his man on the boards, helps him up.
Here goes ball.
Shot by Colin Steiger is blocked. Prosser sends it in. And 6 seconds, that's going to be the game. Rough day for the Cyclones, rough weekend for the Cyclones. They did get a win yesterday against the Charleston Junior Stingrays, but those two teams likely will not play. The Cyclones will likely play the Marauders or the Spartans in the semifinal game tomorrow. Quite a size differential between the two goalies for the Spartans. I think that might explain how the Junior Stingrays scored 3 times on them yesterday. I don't know, but that would be my guess. Cyclones couldn't even really get any offense going. I mean, the Spartans could have played this with no goalie.